Hey everybody, my name is Brian Wilson, also known as the Hybrid Agent here in Greater Washington, D.C. And I just wrapped up another listing and I wanted to pull over and tell you about my eXp story. I joined eXp in August of 2018 and I can tell you it's been the best decision in my real estate career. Now my eXp story is not unique, but hopefully it gives you some insight into why I joined and what it's been like for me ever since I joined. Well, to start with, I wasn't always a real estate agent and really didn't see myself ever becoming one. But my mom was a real estate agent, my grandfather was a real estate attorney, so you could say it was in my blood. But back in the day, real estate required buyers to go into the real estate agent's office where they would flip through the book to look for properties, then they would load into the agent's car for a day full of showings, and if they were fortunate enough, they would find a house to make an offer on. Otherwise, that whole cycle of going into the office, flipping through the book, jumping into the agent's car, and deciding on making an offer repeated itself over and over. That entire inefficient process seemed miserable to me, and quite frankly, I'm sure it was to the agents and clients alike. Now, my background is a Fortune 100 technology consultant where my job was to improve business processes by leveraging technology wherever possible. And when technology and real estate got together, it forever changed the real estate process paradigm because buyers and sellers stopped going into agents' offices, whether it was to try to find properties or to try and find out how much their home was worth. Instead, what did they do? They all started looking online and used technology to better inform themselves and to make better decisions. And when the process changed, putting the clients in charge instead of the agent, I thought to myself, now this is a business I would love to be in. So I created the hybrid model that you can read about at my website, thehybridagent.com. Well, because the hybrid model was so revolutionary in real estate at the time, I decided I needed to start my own brokerage instead of joining one of the big brokerage houses. So I did that for over 10 years and I became the largest individual brokerage in the greater Washington, D.C. market. Now, I loved being my own broker and having the independence to run the business as I saw fit. I was always trying new technology in an effort to make my brokerage as efficient as possible. It was doing very well. Now, as I grew, I wanted to expand beyond Greater Washington, D.C. and began looking at various ways to do that, either through teaming, franchising, licensing, or other options. Also, I became cognizant that my independence also created higher risk exposure for me as the sole broker, so I began to do some research. And I whittled my search down to two options, Keller Williams or eXp. And at the time, eXp only had about 5,000 agents total, and Keller Williams had over 180,000. So I decided to go with Keller Williams for a year to see what it was all about. My total cap was about $32,000. We had a great office space in Old Town Alexandria, and the broker and team lead were excellent. And at that time, Keller was also trying to roll out their tech feature, Command, and I was promised it would be up and running inside of 3 months. Additionally, I was promised multiple referral partners and expansion opportunities across the United States. The profit share was nice, but never a driving decision factor for me. Also, I took Diana Kokoska's class Bold and appreciated the techniques she shared, as well as her son Sean Kokoska's script CD that I still have today. As I got to about 9 months at Keller, I realized that my business was not growing, but my expenses were higher due to that cap, which negatively impacted my bottom line. Additionally, the tech stack Command was still not live and had no clear path forward, meaning that the tech savings I was promised never materialized. Lastly, there was a big announcement that Diana Kokoska was leaving her role at Keller Williams and Sean was going to eXp. That was the big kick in the rear that I needed to make the decision to move to eXp. And guess what? I just finished my first icon training session with Sean Kokoska here at eXp, and it was awesome. Now, as you already know, I joined eXp in August of 2018, and I can tell you that it is the best decision I have ever made in my real estate career for many reasons. Now, when I joined, there were about 12,000 eXp agents, and in less than 3 years, we have over 70,000. There is a reason why agents are flocking to eXp, and I believe it is the culture. Yes, there's a lot of benefits to being here. Technology, financial growth. And I'll hit some of those reasons why they matter to me. But culture is what separates eXp from the rest of the real estate world. You know, I heard Gene Frederick once say that Glenn Sanford called it the best teamwork effort ever done in real estate, and I agree. The culture is a culture of sharing, helping, supporting, encouraging. Let me give you a quick example. I had a buyer in rural Virginia, and I needed a well and septic inspector. Now, I don't do a tremendous amount of well and septic business, so I needed a recommendation for that area. I posted internally that I was looking for a well and septic inspector, and within 3 minutes, I had 5 responses. And each agent said to tell the inspector, I gave you my number. Now that is the eXp culture. Agents helping agents. Also, when one agent closes a transaction at eXp, every single eXp agent benefits through our stock ownership that every agent participates in. You see, you get stock when you join, you get stock when you close your first deal, you can buy stock at a discount with every transaction you close, and you can earn stock by making Icon, which I have done for 3 years in a row. There are so many ways you can earn and buy stock at eXp that we all enjoy the benefits of being an eXp shareholder. Therefore, it is in all of our collective interest to help each other sell real estate. And when one eXp agent's success benefits the rest of us, we can't help but do everything we can to help each other be successful. After all, a rising tide lifts all boats. And eXp gives us tech tools to enable us to be successful. Verbella is our cloud brokerage operations center. When the pandemic shut down, offices and other brokerages had to figure it out. We kept right on rolling because all of our operations were already in the cloud. Whether you need accounting help, brokerage help, tech support, or want to learn more about our partner offerings, the cloud office is the place to be. You know, I've never waited more than 3 minutes to talk to someone directly about my issue or question, and it is great to know that I always have the support when needed. Additionally, we use the top CRM, KV Core, and all of its features are included with our monthly tech fee. You know, I used to pay over $1,500 a month for less functionality with another CRM, and now I pour that money into marketing and lead generation. SkySlope is our transaction management and digital signature platform and allows us to automate the compliance process, saving time and money. Workplace is the Facebook for corporate America and allows me to instantly chat with any other eXp agent around the world. I love Workplace. Remember that well and septic example I gave you earlier? I posted that on eXp Workplace. It's one of my favorite tech tools here at eXp. In addition to the tech tools, I love our revenue sharing. Yes, I said revenue sharing. Remember when I said that Keller Williams had profit sharing after all the expenses were taken out? Well, eXp has revenue sharing. That's before the expenses are taken out, so there's no funny business. Revenue sharing allows every agent the opportunity to share in eXp revenue by sponsoring other agents to join eXp. You see, when we pay our split to eXp, eXp shares that split with some of the agents who brought us into eXp. There are many videos, specifically themodelexplained.com, that go through this in detail, so I will not do it here. But you should watch themodelexplained.com, that's themodelexplained.com, to see the amazing details of our revenue sharing model. Suffice it to say, it's the greatest revenue sharing model I've ever seen in real estate. As a matter of fact, I know some agents who are making 7 figures a year in revenue sharing, and so could you. I talked earlier about wanting to expand my business outside of the greater Washington, D.C. area. I had thought about expanding my team, licensing or franchising my business model, and several other options. However, the best thing I've been able to tap into here at eXp has been the referral network. Now that we're over 70,000 agents, there is virtually not a market where there is not an eXp agent. Incoming and outgoing referrals make up about 50% of my business in Greater Washington, D.C., as we are the most transient locality in the United States. And eXp has opened my connections across the country so that all I have to do is post on Workplace, and within minutes, I have several top agents to choose from. I know this is a lot, and trust me when I tell you that I am just scratching the surface. I have looked every day since I joined eXp for the catch. There's got to be a catch, right? But so far, no catch, just an amazing culture and a brand that I am proud and excited to be a part of. Joining eXp has been the best decision I ever made in real estate, and I hope that you make the same decision too. Thanks for taking the time to watch this entire video of my eXp story, and I'm looking forward to having you as a part of my eXp family.